Hello, and welcome back, my brave knights, princesses, and princesses to Haunted Hotel 1. Less of stuff. We got stuck in here. And we're still trying to solve the mystery. Thank you so much for the views on this game so far. I didn't expect to get so many, but I got plenty. Like, I think like 8 views. That's awesome. So if you just joined in, you should probably go watch the first episode. And if you are a rabid Haunted Hotel fan, you should go watch the first episode so you know that this game is the first one of the series. And it's also the one, and the reason I'm playing it is to show you all why the first one was so brilliant. So, basically it's not about the people, even though there is a person in this that is mysterious. It's about the hotel and why it is what it is. So, okay, I know what that is. It's a ruler. That, or it's this thing down here, but the game doesn't seem to think so. But you can tell the difference between this game and the recent Haunted Hotel game we just played. In that, you take things with you, and there was like 2 ghosts, and we were in a haunted hotel. But this is all about the rooms and the fact that they were making some sort of machine. So we'll find out about that soon, though. Don't worry. So another one I probably would do as a good example of way back when games would probably be Huntsville and the diamond one. So we need a small square object thing for the bonus item. Popcorn seed shell and the skull. I just need it. Okay. That's a bonus item. Yep, this one looks like it's like boxes or something. You guys see the skull, right? You probably do. If only I could find it as fast as you guys could. Maybe I'm not looking for the right skull. I like to make fun of specifications in these in-object games, like they tell you to look for a bird. In some of the in-object games, I'll find more than just one bird. I'll find like a statue of a bird, or a hawk, or an eagle, or something in the same spot, but it's like you have to click on just something that looks like a bird. Same thing goes for a flower. Or whatever. I might end up using a hint for the first time because I do not see it. Which would be kind of sad because I've never used a hint so far. And that works. You can earn back hints. Now we have this. Oh yeah, if this is just like Ravenars, if you click too much you'll lose time. Which is great. Great in the sense that... Stop that. Don't taunt me like that, game. You're not funny. I did not sign up for this! I just happened to crawl out of my car into a hotel and decided to check in. That was a good idea. That was the most best idea ever. It's not. I was gonna make fun of the chills and stuff. I shouldn't make fun of the game. This is a typewriter, I believe. Looks like a typewriter. Or maybe it's not a typewriter. Maybe I have no idea what it is. I'm looking for a pen. And yes, I'm playing a small window. I mean, to you guys, the window's probably pretty big, but to me, I mean, it's like that, just like this big. That's why YouTube has theater mode and full screen mode, because, you know, it's nice. I did this a lot in Ravenars too. I literally was leaning forward, looking at everything. I just hope it didn't creep people out, because I don't mean to. I'm just here trying to find one simple thing. A glass, pen. That's a magnifying glass, but that's not a glass, as you can tell. Just take the pen and let's just go. So now we have ropes. It's funny how fast I solved the first ropes. And I just solved the second ropes pretty quickly. I've done ropes, like I said, there was this one game I played where you literally did nothing but that, so I had a lot of practice. A lot of it. I just wish I could remember what the game's called. Let's go. Probably gonna do a ton of reading in a second, so... You there in the back. Yes, you, get your popcorn ready. Don't choke. Oh, and you get your drink. But, well, okay, I'll wait for you. You can just pause the video. Okay. Okay, you're back? Good. He has popcorn in a tin, probably, because I don't think we could stay here for a minute and 30 seconds. By the time the elevator doors opened to a new floor with its familiar ding, I was feeling more confident that I could find some clue they'll lead me to the exit. Determined to get out, I carried on with my search, starting with room 5045, which was the first room found on this floor that wasn't locked. It was as casual as the other rooms, but seemed to be better equipped with home furnishings. There were lots of cabinets that were so stuffed full of papers that they were sticking out under the doors. They must have spilled all over the tables, a few times as well. I was flipping through the papers when I noticed the familiar symbol of a cross painted on one of the walls. This symbol seemed to be a fixture in every room, as if the residents were warding off evil spirits. Whatever the reason behind them, it was less absurd next to something else that I saw hanging from the wall. I ran across the room to get a closer look, certain that my eyes were playing tricks on me, but getting closer didn't change anything that I saw. There was a calendar on the wall dated to the year 1957. So we're in a time rift. I felt dizzy. This had to be a trick of some kind. Perhaps it was some clever prank that someone had arranged all around this hotel. I ran up the cup. I rummaged through the cupboards and began pulling cans of food off the shelves. I read their expiration dates. They all read 1957. No one was that clever. No one. The hotel looked like it was from the 50s, but it also looked brand new and couldn't have been abandoned for that long ago. My mind wandered back to the accident that brought me here and the flash of light that had caused it. At first I had assumed that it had been a lightning strike that I narrowly avoided, but no, it couldn't be. With a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach that wasn't the blame of the expired food, I searched the papers that spilled over the desk in hope of discovering some flaw in the hoax. It was then that I came across a very disturbing piece of paper, one that listed the names of several guests, cross-referenced room number 2018, 3027, 4036, and 5045. I found each of these rooms unlocked and in a disarray, which I saw as a coincidence, but what if it wasn't? Suddenly the door opened, though no one was there that I could see, but I could feel it. Gale had returned. It smothered the room with its presence. It's so cold that it bit at my exposed skin as it climbed up my body. I bolted out of the room and dialed in the hall to the elevator, pressing at the call button again and again to no avail. Trapped, I turned around, looked back to the room I had fled from, and saw the gale in conflict with the warm air that filled the hall, creating a swirling, intangible border between the two. Because Gale seems to hate the cold. Warmth felt, not cold. Idiot. Okay. There's a cat smoking a pipe, 10 out of 10. So eventually the game does get a little repetitive, if I remember correctly. That's probably one of the developers right there. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but if I remember correctly. Oh. Stop tormenting me, please, game. This is a... That's a cat right there, but it's not the one we want. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I had to think for a second. I was like, my brain's grabbing all the words I was saying, and because they just fill to pieces and start disappearing. This is a bust. Eventually, you do start going into the same rooms after you've seen, like, the bulk of them. But don't worry. Hopefully, we won't be seeing too much of it. If I remember correctly, they don't do it often enough. but again, it can be noticeable. Also, we have our hints back, so in case my brain decides it can't do this anymore, just need a kitty and wine. Where can I find that? It's a dog. It's a cat, but it's not the cat they're talking about. And wine, is it like a thing of wine, or is it I don't know. Okay, there's the wine. Now, where's this kitty at? Nobody's here. No one's on the line. Phone rang twice, just for good measure. That's good. That's good. That's excellent. 10 out of 10. I'm rambling right now, because I'm just trying to be entertaining. Trying to keep you guys engaged. It's hard. Because when you're playing a game like this, it's hard to keep people engaged. Oh, what are you doing there? I never would have found it there. It's just the truth. Gun, pen, crowbar, binoculars. Why all the small stuff? Why can't anything be big? There's a pen right there. That's not the pen they want. Binoculars. Now all we need is Freeman's crowbar. Okay, Freeman, where did you put your crowbar? Well, we found the crowbar. And now we're in the shaman one again. In old games, I can't do the trick I usually do with new games. Or I think of what really doesn't belong. I try to, you know, even though everything doesn't belong. But I can't do that in this one because you don't know exactly what. We need. So I can't just randomly click everything. Oh yeah, if you do this enough, you get hints too, which is nice. Just need a tambourine. There we go. Need a code lock. Yay for energy snatching. Give me energy. Yeah. Right, let's go wherever this elevator takes us. Ding! I ran into the nearest open room that I could find and slammed the door behind me, hoping it would stave off the terrible cold. It was a cozy room with a soft light, desks, cabinets, and a red cross painting on the wall just like the other rooms I'd seen before. Knowing what I had to do, I searched the contents of the desk and found a voice recorder, just like the one in the photographer's room, as well as prescription glasses and a collection of notepads. It seemed promising at first, but after I sorted through them a bit, I found that there wasn't anything in them that was of use to me. I had to dig deeper. It was a black diary that finally seemed to have something interesting to it. This was the first entry. He occupies 4 rooms. What is going on in there? I must find out. I will search his room first, and then I will ask my old police fellow about this scientist. The strange thing is that nothing was our way. For the first year they lived here, not until this captain arrived. Soon after, our family started disappearing from the hotel. They didn't check out, I'm sure of it. They disappeared. To be certain, I asked around and no one had seen the guests in question leaving the hotel with their bags or even saying goodbye. I suspect other people are in on this plot as well. A crazy old man from the north, the Siberian shaman. He went into his room and didn't come out for over a month. I suspect the priest as well. He visits almost every room, but I thought people were meant to go to him and not the other way around. There was something really mysterious going on there. Even after 10 years of being out of the police force, my gut can still sense something is amiss. I'll definitely visit the engineer today. I knew right away that this man had to have been a detective. I suspected that he may have been working for the hotel as a private employee. In probing further, I noticed that after this entry, several pages seemed to have been torn out of the diary, leaving a large and shocking gap between the first entry and the next. It's madness. I have no experience in his profession, but he must need some permission for his equipment, at least, much less his experiments. I don't know what is going on here, but I feel it is wrong and must be stopped. I have discovered that the crazy shaman has connections to the engineer as well as the sea captain. There's definitely some mastermind behind these exploits. Who could it be? The engineer seems to be the most likely candidate. Today I will slip into the shaman's room and figure out what his role is in this. More pages were missing after that, leaving just one more entry that could be read. I understand everything now. He has undertaken this madness. It has already been done. That is why Stein lived here for a year. This is why the crucifixes have appeared all over the walls. There are definitely some dark forces at work here, and I fear that may be the devil himself. Now I see their plan completely and have no thought of trying to stop them. Just giving the faith that claim the others is all I can think about now. The story that Dare told raised more questions than it answered. What madness had the engineer started, and what did the occult have to do with it? Why was the shaman here? Why did he steal the last piece of chicken? We will never know these questions. We will never know these questions. We will never know the answer to these questions until everything is unveiled. We have to find 28 things now. So now we're in winter, as you can see. Basically, we've been to all 3 of these before. Now I just have to find things again. Okay. Right, so when we come back, guys, more Haunted Hotel. Until then, leave a like and subscribe because it's always true for more. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.